Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 20-Minute Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the latest technology news every Tuesday. I'm your host, Rashad,
Fad.
and in today's episode, we are going to talk about the Apple event. We're going to cover everything that was released, and we're going to give you our opinions on the releases. Starting with Fuad, go
Uh,
ahead.
okay, so I watched pretty much almost all of the event. It was split in two. It was one half was called music and one half was called Mac. So first half they talked about the new a new plan for the Apple Music. It's called the Voice Plan. Uh, it's apparently gonna cost $4.99 a month, and it's only a single user for for Apple Music. I find that price very
Yeah, very
competitive,
challenging. Yeah, competitive. Yeah,
very
and
competitive
yeah,
to other
competitors.
websites.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Um,
is it available for everybody, or do you have to be a certain like age or something
I believe
to
it's for
get that offer?
everybody. I know for Spotify, the student for a student discount, you can you can pay. I think it's also $4.99, and you get Spotify. But for this for Apple Music, with the new service, with the new plan, you
Yeah,
can anyone can get it, which is a big
without a student
plus.
ID. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
great idea.
Plus they really emphasized using Siri with the HomePods, and also they emphasized making hundreds of new playlists for every mood and everything like that. So
Nice.
that's interesting.
And as I saw,
Um,
they released a new MacBook Pro, correct?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
The MacBook Pros as well. But before that, they also talked about the HomePod Minis
Mini. Yeah,
and the new AirPods.
yeah, Pro,
Um,
correct? Yeah,
no,
AirPods
not
Pro.
a Pro. It's AirPods Gen 3.
Ah, it's a Gen 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Uh, so the HomePod Minis. The only thing new I've seen is that they have new colors to the Minis. I mean.
Yeah.
Um, and that there's more what's it called, like spatial audio, and you can use your Siri with the voice plan and everything like that. And also I saw one thing I liked in the ad was they used it as an intercom. They had multiple HomePod minis around the house, and just the
Yeah.
mom in the kitchen said, "Tell Hey Siri,
To come to
tell
the
everyone
kitchen.
that dinner is
Ah, then
ready."
it's ready. Yeah.
And then then all the HomePods relayed the message. So it was very interesting.
Okay, so in the Apple event, the things that were released are AirPods, what is it called? The HomePod Mini and the MacBook
Hmm.
Pro, correct?
Yeah,
Okay, let's start with the um,
AirPods.
AirPods.
We
Yeah,
can talk about
AirPods.
the
Yeah. Let's
AirPods.
start with the
Yeah,
AirPods.
the
Yeah,
Gen 3. I have
yeah.
some of the specs here.
They look really
Um,
like the Pros, like the
yeah,
AirPod
they
Pros.
look
I
like the
have an
Pros.
AirPod Pro
Yeah, without the ear
without
tips.
the rubber. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I
I
wonder.
thought it was an AirPod Pro at the beginning because I
Yeah,
saw the same design and everything. It looks
personally, I
great.
I preferred the normal AirPods. I tried the tips, all three sides of the tips, and they didn't work for me. But of course, it depends from person to person.
Yeah, correct. I've had
Um,
both. I've had the Pro and
mm,
the regular one. Currently, I have the Pro. They're
mhm,
comfortable. They're more comfortable than like other ones, the regular ones.
mm.
But I still like the regular.
The regular. My only
Yeah.
problem is that they fall. They keep falling out of my ear. But
Maybe with the new design, close to
yeah,
the AirPods,
possibly
maybe, yeah,
yeah.
maybe it'll hang in there.
Mhm. It has new internals inside. It
Yeah,
they have apparently rebuilt it, the whole AirPods. Uh, apparently it is called AirPods Pro Gen 3. I don't know. I'm
no,
not
it's
sure.
just AirPods Gen 3. Yeah, you were correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It It supports Dolby Atmos. It has spatial audio. It has
Yeah,
a
everything that the
new
Pros has. Yeah,
yeah.
everything.
It
Even
also
more.
has sort of like a sensitive touch part. You know, the AirPods Pro have a little like a
Yes,
button
yes.
underneath. These
Yeah.
have the same button, but it's apparently pressure sensitive.
Yeah, Force Touch, I think, right?
Something like that, and
Mm.
it has MagSafe as well. The case has a MagSafe.
But how
Uh,
does it work with MagSafe?
I think
MagSafe on the
so.
phone, correct?
No, it has MagSafe on the case. So if you want to charge it with the wireless charger, it'll clip on to charge with
Okay, but
the
it's a
case.
different size than the ones on the iPhones, correct? And the
Yeah,
MacBooks.
yeah, they should be. Yeah,
Yeah. So we're gonna expect new accessories just for the AirPods
maybe. I
third gen.
don't. I don't think they're necessarily for accessories. Maybe they're for mainly for the charging with wireless thing.
Yeah, sure.
Um, what else? They have adaptive, something called an adaptive EQ, which adjusts the frequencies to adjust audio to the way it was supposed to be heard. So,
Okay.
for
So it's
example,
clearer
if
and more bass like that.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
you wear, different people have different ears. You wear different tips in the AirPods, and you move around. So this adjusts the frequencies of the sound. So it's supposed to be uniform and it for it to sound equal.
Better.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, how it's supposed to be heard. Yeah.
Heard, yeah, yeah. And it's sweat and water resistant.
Yep.
But the feature that is missing in it, and is just in the Pro, is the active noise canceling.
Yeah, they
Uh,
didn't
I
mention that.
ju-
That's true.
yeah, they didn't. I'm checking here. I'm comparing them. Uh, so it has spatial audio, just like the AirPod Pros, but it doesn't have the noise canceling feature. I think that's
hmm
going to be more for the pros. So whoever wants
Yeah.
noise canceling, he can get the pros.
Yeah, it's $179. So
Yeah, great
it's
value.
yeah, it's in between of like Gen 2 AirPods and AirPods Pros. It's in between, which is good. I feel like
That's really good.
it's fine. Yeah. The battery life as well. It's apparently 6 hours of battery life, and the case gives you 4 hours, four times charge, so it gives you 30 hours total with full charge, which is really good.
Wow. Yeah,
Yep.
really good. It's more than the
And
pro.
is it?
The
I don't
pro is
remember.
4 hours and a half.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
That's
great.
interesting. It reminds me of the iPhone 12, where the
It sits
cheaper
in
model
between.
had the cheaper
Yeah.
model had more battery than the more expensive model, and that's interesting.
Then the pros, huh?
Mm, yeah, that was
Okay.
interesting.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently 5 minutes charge give you a full hour of use in the AirPods.
Wow.
Yeah,
Impressive.
it's really good. Yeah.
Now on to the MacBooks
hmm
Pros. To be honest, I was expecting a new MacBook Air with a new redesign, but unfortunately, we didn't get that because I wanted to buy
There's a
one.
new size though. There's a new size.
There's a new
A 16-inch and a new
and the
14-inch.
14, yeah,
Yep, yep.
but they are all pros.
Yeah, they're all pro.
Uh,
They're all expensive. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Okay, I saw a lot of great things. They took down the bezels, but they
hmm
kept the notch.
hmm
Something that a lot of people didn't like is because there's a notch, there's no Face ID. So people were expecting Face ID.
Yeah, I see there's only Touch ID from
Yeah,
what I can see.
and something that I was impressed by is that they brought back the ports. They brought them back after changing
There's
to only Type Cs.
Yeah, I
There's an
saw a
HDMI,
lot. hmm
MagSafe, and 3 Type Cs, and the SD card
Yeah.
slot, and
hmm
finally a headphone jack, which is so good.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of
Dongles,
dongles
yeah,
anymore. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
They were
I
efficient.
saw they talked this like the most complex connective system or something like that in a MacBook. So they're taking the right steps, in my opinion.
Yeah,
That's
they're listening to their customers. What people
Mhm.
want, they're going out to.
Yeah, I remember that was a big complaint. People
Yeah, a lot
talked
of
about
people hated that.
buying adapters and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like the keyboard is black, full black, like
Hmm.
even in the inside. Unlike the old one, like there was silver between the keyboard. Now it's all black. It looks really clean. I really like
Yeah,
it.
I remember they said some of the keys were backlit or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks good, in
Yeah,
my
it really
opinion.
looks
And it
good.
looks they always all the MacBooks look pretty clean. I
And they
feel
really
like.
run well. Yeah.
Hmm.
And 14 inches is like I think the perfect spot.
Yeah,
It should be the
some of
same form factor as the current 13, but because of the bezels, it became 14. That's what I think. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but yeah,
Can be.
it can be. It can. The very big part of being called the Pro is the internals, and they
Yeah.
talked about the M1 Pro and the M1 Max chips inside. They're crazy. They did the benchmarks and the comparisons with other PCs and stuff.
Yeah, they're so
It's
fast.
crazy. They're like three
Yeah.
times, 3.3 times, 2.2 times.
Yeah.
It's
They're
always
crazy. It's a 10 core CPU and 16 core GPU for
up to
the for
32
the
core GPU.
yeah, for the
Hmm.
Pro, not the Max. The Max is okay, I understood. So the Pro is up to 10 cores, but the Max is 10 cores. I think you can verify it. You can upgrade it. That's why they're
Yeah,
putting up
from what
to.
I see. Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah, and the screen is also better. It's a liquid retina instead of a retina display. It's even better battery life.
Battery
It's
life, yeah.
21 hours, and I think for I believe 30 minutes you get 5 hours or something like that.
What?
Let me
Wow.
double check that. There's also
But the
let me
battery life for the
see.
16 is obviously
Yeah,
better.
no, sorry, I misread that. It charges 50% in 30 minutes, not 5 hours. 50%.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's
even better.
impressive.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, it looks and it has the ProMotion display as well. So it refreshes in 120 hertz display like
Yes,
the iPad Pros.
yeah,
That's
and the
great.
new iPhones. Yeah.
Yeah, and the new iPhone Pros, yeah, correct. Yeah,
Um.
that's great. Great changes in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it got I think they changed it a bit in the speakers. Yeah, it looks like there's a
Yeah.
technology
There's
that they
better.
implemented.
Yeah, better speakers. Full HD, 1080p. Front cameras as
Yeah,
well.
front-facing camera instead of the 720, which was
Hmm.
getting too old. And
64
the
gigabytes
MagSafe,
unified memory.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
MagSafe
MagSafe is
with the charger as well.
yeah, it's the best. Everybody loves it because you can't trip on the laptop. If
Yeah.
somebody trips, the
Yeah,
laptop
yeah,
doesn't go
it
with
just
it.
disconnects you quickly.
Yeah, and that's a really great feature. And I'm
Hmm.
glad they brought it back. Okay, now on to the final product that was released, which is the mini pods. Is it called the mini pods?
Yeah,
HomePods, mini HomePods.
yeah,
Okay,
HomePod Mini. Yeah,
HomePod mini. Yeah. Okay, I saw it with different colors. I saw yellow, orange,
yeah, and like a
blue, black,
blue.
and yeah,
Yeah,
bluish.
the black and white were the old colors, and the three new colors are the orange,
Yellow,
blue,
orange,
and
and blue.
yellow. Yeah,
And
still
I
same
think
price,
they
$99.
$99. Yeah, decent price. But do people enjoy using them? Are they useful, do you think?
I I
From what
think
you
they're
heard?
useful, but I don't know many people who have that. I don't know anyone who has them. I only know people who own Alexas and not even Google Homes. I only know people who own Alexas. Maybe that's a different discussion for a different time. But
Yeah,
um,
definitely.
if you're in the Apple ecosystem, if you really bought into that, if you have your Apple Music and your AirPods and everything, then that's I think a
a good
useful thing. But
product to purchase.
yeah, if you want to set your alarms and reminders and play your music and stuff like that, then yeah,
Even control your home, like the lights, the air condition things. If
yeah,
you have
smart
the
home, yeah.
smart homes, correct. And it looks like Siri's got more things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think they made her a bit more flexible or smarter, you can say.
Yeah. Um.
Honestly, I've always wanted to try one of the HomePod minis. I'm
Yeah,
curious about it.
I've only seen the big ones.
They have big ones?
Yeah. The HomePods, and this is the mini version. But there's HomePods as well. I don't know if you remember. They released a couple of
Yeah, I
years ago.
remember them, but I think they discontinued them. They
Did
stopped
they?
doing them. I
Oh,
think, yeah.
yeah, I think so. Right,
Yeah.
I recall something about that. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I'm just looking at the product. It looks so clean. The screen up top, it looks really nice. I don't know if it like puts text on it or something. It doesn't look like it. Looks like just colors. But
Mhm.
none is not a bad deal. It's not cheap nor too expensive.
Yeah,
But
I've
your question
yeah.
is, do people really use them?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
depends, I
have
think.
some like an infographic in front of me about the 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 M1 Pro and the M1 Max chips compared
Yeah, yeah.
to other chips. It's an article on CNET, so
Okay.
courtesy of them. It's CPU performance versus power. It says the M1 Pro and the M1 Max beat the normal M1, a 4-core PC laptop and 8-core PC laptop chips. Uh, they beat all of them in relative performance with using 70% less power. So
What? Wow.
I heard, yes, it has 3.7 times the performance of a Core
Intel?
i7, yeah, of an i7 MacBook Pro.
Yeah, I think Intel is gonna have a tough time competing
Yeah,
with it.
I think
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, I think the only thing that I think that tips Intel is the price, which makes it a lot more accessible. But when it comes to performance and power and everything like that, I think Apple.
Yeah, it get destroyed. But the problem is in Apple, you only get it on the Apple MacBooks.
Hmm.
So the competition is either you get a MacBook or you get a Windows. That's the competition. And I don't see that a lot of people gonna go to Mac because there are specific people who like the Mac. Mac is a great laptop, I agree, but for like day to day life, most things are like made for Windows laptops.
Yeah, I
So
feel
it's hard to adapt to that.
you.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
You
so. Yeah,
agree?
for sure.
Yeah, but they're crazy fast. So fast now.
Yeah. I'm reading here. I'm reading more about it. It says the built-in GPUs are 4 times faster than the Radeon Pro
Wow.
5600M from the previous MacBook Pro.
The price
So
tag on it is a bit expensive.
yeah,
2000 starting price.
yes, Apple and their products, they're really expensive.
Yeah, yeah,
And the
they're
16 inches
pretty
is
expensive.
yeah, the 16 inches 2,499. So
Yeah, but you see, if you're paying, but the specs are good for $2,000. It may be high, but you're getting
good
a
specs.
good,
You're getting a
yeah, it's
good,
a good one.
polished product. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like the gigabytes is 512. You're getting 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is good. 8 core CPU and 14 core GPU. Looks good
Yeah.
for like being the base model. It looks great.
Yeah, I like everything.
We talked about the new MacBook Pros, the AirPods third generation, and the HomePod Mini. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We were your hosts, Rashad
Font.
and we will be waiting for you in next week episode with a new episode covering the latest news just for you. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.